If you like this podcast, go to the Mr. Bean patron website and make a donation. The link will be in the description. Man, I was over here reading up on that Ryan Garcia, that steroid or whatever he failed for.
Ostarine, it's a SARM.
The rumor is like it was traces, but I guess it wasn't just traces or something like that.
SARMs are bad for your body.
What's bad about them?
SARMs, it's like a bad steroids, basically. You might as well just do steroids. It's a lot healthier.
Man, let's jump into the card, my man.
I don't know.
I guess starting off with the first bout, like Blake and Ortiz. What do you think of that?
This was one of the first. They only was 2 Emmy fights on the card.
That was just a 2-rounder, right?
No, it was 3 rounds.
Okay.
But I don't remember what round it ended. And it was DeAndre out of Killer Bees. He fights under Eddie Sims, the guy that I fought, and
right.
Cesar Ortiz. So they're both very relatively new, like 1 fight apiece.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was a decent fight, I thought.
Yeah, I didn't watch some of the fights. Xavier's the homie. He went out there and handled up. Quite substantially, won off all right. 3 rounds. I think it was 30-26 or something like that. So he got one, was a 10-8 round for sure. He's a big up-and-comer. Y'all be on the look for Xavier Bermudez.
What's up with this fight, man? This dude, what's his, McDougal?
Chase, yeah.
Hey, man, he was...
I don't know if you saw the press conference. Swisher blew the press conference up. And I got to ask some questions. And I fought Jeremiah 3 times.
Right.
Fought him twice as an amateur and once as a pro. Beat him 2 of the 3. And he's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy. Like, his kickboxing is not that great. And so I asked him at the press conference, like, what motivated you to take a fight against this guy? You know, I was like, he's a good kickboxer. That's what he likes to do. And he just started talking about the Ninja Turtles and shit like that. He's a unique guy. I know Jeremiah personally. Yeah, I was just kind of, why the fuck did you do this? And it was in the small gloves division. So you're getting cracked. You know what I mean? He got fucked up pretty bad.
What weight was that again?
135.
135? Yeah, man, dude look like a monster out there.
Yeah, he was. Him and his brother also fought on the card.
That's what I was going to ask, if they was brothers.
Yeah.
I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
What about this one, Blake and Soto?
That was the flyweight title fight. Soto he went out there and did what he had to do, man. Blake he looked really sharp, really strong Muay Thai style. Not too much of a kickboxing type style, but a traditional Muay Thai style. And right. I think maybe it's kind of what hurt him was the rule set in this fight. You know, if it had been a Muay Thai fight, I think he probably could have done better. But Trent Soto he's a little beast. So.
We're going to get into that a little bit with your fight, but Sim said something about he was going to fight Muay Thai, WBA or something like that.
Well, it's just a promotion where you get officially, it's like a national or worldwide promotion where you're fighting for like legit non-regional titles.
I got you.
Know what I'm saying? So to be ranked in something like that, you know, fight for those bigger organizations is something you definitely want to take.
How significant is the rules between actually doing Muay Thai and kickboxing?
There's a huge discrepancy in the rule set. In Muay Thai, you can clinch for an extended amount of time. We can blast knees. We can trip. Use your elbows from the clinch. Use elbows, period. K1 kickboxing style, you're allowed to clinch for like a few moments, and then no elbows. Like Muay Thai is the art of 8 limbs. You get to use everything.
Right.
And kickboxing, well, we use the smaller gloves now, but it's just limited.
Yeah,
limited. Because like I love to throw elbows. MMA, we can throw elbows.
Right.
So I train elbows, and all through camp while I was sparring. And even my coach was like, you can't throw those. And I'm like, I know. I was like, I have to keep constantly telling myself, don't throw the elbows, don't throw the elbows. I was trying to stay really rangy against Eddie, so I wasn't even trying to deal with his clinch game because he does have a good Thai clinch.
Right.
And I'm not, that's just not my style. Even though I'm taller and longer and could probably feed knees up the middle, I didn't want to clinch with him because he has more experience in those type scenarios. So every time he did try to clinch, I got out of there quick.
So pretty much your training camp was everything expected?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be a super tough fight. He's a super tough dude with a lot of fights. He's got like 30 plus kickboxing and Muay Thai fights. I knew it was going to be tough in the war. I said it at the press conference. I said, this is going to be, the first round's probably going to be me and him filling each other out. And then second, third, fourth, fifth round, we're going in. So it was a good, tough fight, man. Very tough, close down to the wire. Obviously, they declared it a draw. I thought I did enough to win. I know Eddie thought he did enough to win. And that's just part of what sucks about a draw, especially on a title fight.
Yeah.
Because we wanted that belt. I wanted that belt. He wanted that belt. Yeah, I knew it was going to be tough, and it was everything I expected. I didn't think I was going to walk right through him. I knew he wasn't going to walk right through me. I just knew I was in for a tough fight. And my next fight is going to be just as tough. And that's 6 weeks away. So I'm hopping right back in against another tough opponent. Like, when you get to, I'm ranked 9th in lightweight and featherweight in MMA. I can't just be fighting the ass end of the guys anymore. That just doesn't even look right, you know? So I have to fight, you know, good guys. Like, every fight from here on out is going to be good quality opponents, and they're all going to be tough fights. So it's just something you have to prepare for, and, you know, and you can't be one of those delusional people who's like, I'm going to walk right through this dude. He ain't shit. No, he's somebody for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like you're fighting debut guys and guys with 2-3 fights that have limited experience. I'm fighting guys now that have a shit ton of experience and have won a lot of fights and been places and are high-level guys. And it feels good to be up here, but, you know, you're in for some damage, you know what I mean? Like, my legs took a nice beating, not only checking kicks, absorbing kicks, and delivering kicks. It's just brutal. My girlfriend's like, I don't like it when you kickbox. As soon as it's crazy how, like, when you're in the moment, like, I really don't get the adrenaline rush anymore, the adrenaline dump out of the gate. I'm able to, you know, feel and, you know, see what's going on. And it's crazy how, like, once the fight is going and you're getting smashed and your legs are getting smashed and you're taking shots, you don't feel really anything. And then as soon as that bell rings, about 5 minutes after, everything settles in, you're like, I can't walk. And I went straight to the fucking back, and I threw my legs up on a chair and had my legs covered in ice packs. And it took me about resting there for 10 minutes before I could get up and then go change and you start moving around and get the blood flowing again. Like, my ankles are like huge right now. They're freaking swollen to the max. My legs super tender. My right foot.
You do the dancing that night?
No. I had to sleep with pillows between my legs, propped up, and it was just a lot of pain. I kind of like it a little bit. Like, it's weird. I don't know why, but I feel like I did something. Like I went to battle, and I'm like one of those people like that were in the military. They like just keep doing the tours over and over. Like, why do they keep going back? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And that's just how fighting is. Like, you go through like the weight cut and you're like, I hate this. Why am I doing this? And then you go in there, all the stress leading to the fight before you go to the fight. You know, it's like when you're a little kid and you got to fight the dude at the end of school, and all day you're like, oh shit, you know, you're just sitting there stressing about it. Like, because you got to go fight at school at the end of school again, and the whole school's going to be watching, you know, and that kind of pressure. It's just like that times, you know, 1,000. Because now you're a grown adult, and, you know, I like to run my mouth a little bit, you know, at the press conference. I mean, I didn't say anything to my own opponent because he was a worthy opponent, but I did call out some of the other guys on the card, so it was pretty funny. Y'all should go check it out, Husky Fat, on the Husky Fat app or the Husky Fat Facebook website.
You got called out too after a fight.
Yeah, that's because I was talking shit to that dude at the press conference.
That was Brown, right?
Jordan Brown. Yeah, he fought my brother Spidey Webb. Yeah, Aaron Spidey Webb. Yeah, that was Aaron's coming off of a 2.5 year layoff. Shout out to Spidey Webb. Love you, brother. He's just coming off a long layoff, you know, when he's going through some shit, and come back and fight, you know. Jordan Brown. Jordan Clown is what I like to call him. Right. But yeah, it was a good fight. He fought the way he knew he had to fight against Spidey, and he executed, and it was what it is. Even though I don't personally like the dude, you can still respect a good effort and a good performance. So,
did you hear the call out live, or was you?
No, I didn't even know until people told me later in the night. You know what I mean? I'm a professional, so I'm back there. I'm doing the proper warm ups. I'm resting the whole time. You know, it's fun to watch these young kids. They get back there and they're all so antsy. Like, I was like, before we even did our medicals, there's people warming up. Like, I'm like, we have 2 hours before the show starts. Right. You're gonna gas yourself out. You're gonna be so tired. You know, you have to reserve your energy. Like, the day before, after the weigh-ins, I weighed in, made my weight, rested, recovered, relaxed, slept as much as I could. Slept till 12 o'clock the next day. And then when I woke up, I just went down by the pool, laid in the sun for a little bit, went back to my room, rested some more, got to the venue, rest, because I was co-main event. And then about 40 minutes before mine, about 4 fights before mine, I got taped up, my hands wrapped. Started my warming up. Did 3 10-minute rounds with Tom. Mitt work, positional, moving around, shadow box with an opponent, parrying shots. Once I was nice and warm, got a nice good sweat going, and I felt good and relaxed because I'm a slow starter, so I like to get a good hard warm up first. Right. Something you have to pay attention to. If you're not the best that first round, get a really, really good warm up so you feel like because sometimes you got to go in there and get punched around a little bit before you're like, oh shit, I'm in a fight. I got to get my shit together. It's not a training session. So yeah, you have to get in that state of mind, and I just do little warm ups here and there to keep that sweat going so I can go out there and go do my stuff. Especially for MMA, like I like to have a nice good sweat going already. Right. That way it's harder to get hold of, because most submissions happen in the first round. And there's dry friction, just like in wrestling. Once somebody gets wet and sweaty, you can slip out of stuff so much easier. Like a lot of the gi guys, they hate doing the no gi because once we get sweaty, it's hard to hold on to stuff. Skin just get away. So, but for kickboxing, yeah, it was I haven't kickboxed since 2018, but it wasn't really any different than the MMA stuff. Just I didn't have to worry about the takedowns, and I knew I was fighting like a superior, worthy striker. So that's what Eddie's known for, and it was an honor to share the ring with him. Hopefully we will get to run it back, but I'm definitely going to get another crack at that title for sure. So.
It's going to be hard to run that back, though, because you're both going separate routes now, right? I mean, it'd be a while at least.
Yeah, because he's got probably stuff till the end of the year. I've got stuff.
You got 2 fights already lined up, right?
I've got August 3rd contract signed, and then I know they want me in Chickasha in November. And that Jordan guy said he wants to fight, so I'll probably fight him sometime here soon.
Is he fighting on that card?
No, he's fighting on the MCL card in, I think, it's somewhere, Enid Guthrie, something like that. I'm not sure where it's at. But, yeah, Jose Martinez is fighting Ryan Hoover for the MCL lightweight title, which is an extremely exciting fight to watch. So, Swisher will probably go to that fight. It's a week after my fight, and that fight is so exciting that I want to go watch it in person. Yeah. I've got offers from MCL to fight Jordan Brown actually, but I'm already usually booked, and so that's what I was telling Jordan at the press conference. He has 2 pro fights. I've got 12. So how does that benefit me to fight somebody with 0 to little experience, and he's 1-1, you know what I mean? Right. So if I've got a winning record, I'm fighting for titles. Why would I go fight somebody that has 2 fights? It's not going to project me up in the rankings. Right. It's not going to do anything for me.
You're ranked, what, number 8 or 9?
9, yeah. Yeah. So and who knows what's going to happen after the results after this fight? I mean, even though it was a draw, I didn't lose, so it shouldn't hurt me. There's people in the rankings that I think I should be ahead of.
Well, plus you got 2 more fights coming up, right? So you're going to win them 2 fights. And then after that, like, who knows what's going to come after that? Jordan Brown probably want to be in the picture by then, right?
Yeah, I mean, he could go out and lose his next fight, and then it doesn't even make more sense for me to fight him. But, he keeps calling me out, and, we'll see. The money's there. It makes sense. We'll make it happen.
Last time you was here, you talked about the fight you had to cancel with David. Are you going to try to redo that, or is that going to be possible at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to refly him back from Vegas. I don't know, but I know I will fight for that title. I've got a tough fight ahead. Shakir McKillop. He's a striker. He's young. He's a black belt. Teaches at American Top Team. It's going to be a tough fight, but he likes to strike. I like to strike. We're going to see what happens. It's going to be a very explosive fight, and y'all come get tickets, man. I've already got tickets. I've got tables. I've got front row tickets. I've got everything y'all need, so hit me up on Facebook, Tyson Southern.
Man, let's go and finish going over this card real quick. We touched on that one real quick.
I actually fought Tevin Lasky before he beat Ryan. I thought Ryan was going to best him, but Lasky came out and did what he did, man. He's short, he's tough. Well, he said he wanted a rematch with me. I knocked him out. Right. But he's small. I'm big now. I can't go back down to featherweight. There's no way. They have to pay me a lot of money. Yeah. That's that one guy's brother, McDougal, and Abraham Benjamin. That McDougal guy, I think, is fighting Torrance August 3rd here. Okay. So at 155. Torrance fights Saturday in Oklahoma City Farmers Market at 170. He's a fill-in for somebody that dropped out. Took the fight on about a month's notice, selling a bunch of tickets, doing great. I'm going to be in the house there to watch him, so it's going to be lit.
Does he got to work tomorrow?
Yeah, he's got to work, and then he's just training. You know, he's doing his last touch-ups. He fights Saturday. Yeah. So he takes off Friday for weigh-ins, and then he said he can probably get by after the fight.
Yeah, I was hoping to get him on beforehand, but either way, I'll get him after the fight.
I mean, I can see. I don't know what time he gets off or what time he can start.
Well, I can always try to do the call-in thing, just send him and do it over the phone.
Oh, yeah, he can do that for sure. Yeah, he can definitely do that. Yeah, he did some training with Abraham Benjamin. I know him. He's from Edmond, American Elite up there.
Do they do all their fights there?
They've had a few there. They've done some in Shawnee, I believe. They've gone to a couple different places. I'm trying to get them to come to Lawton. So yeah. That'd be nice.
It seemed legit, man. I like the app and stuff like that. Can you go back and rewatch them fights? I was trying to figure
you have access to all the old fights.
I didn't see it on there.
I don't have the app because I think it's for iPhones only.
Yeah, man. I was trying to figure out how to get to the old fights on here because the only fight that I didn't get to watch was the main event.
Yeah, that was a title fight. Shane Armstrong, he's been on my show before. And that Albright guy, I was like, honestly, I was watching him in the back and I was like, I think Shane's going to destroy him. He wasn't really warming up. He didn't really look like a fucking killer. And he went out there and handled up. Surprised the shit out of me and came back with the belt. So shout out Derek Albright. And Shane. Shane's a homie too, but I didn't see that coming.
So yeah, man, my internet sucks out here. So I'm got it on my phone and I'm streaming it from my phone to the TV. And if the internet's messed up, it won't screen correctly. So luckily I made it through your fight, but it wasn't working on this one, so I didn't get to see it.
I had Blaine picking this fight, and Derek just swarmed him and won, I think, every single round. It was unexpected for me. I lost some of my picks. I lost about 3 picks I made that night, and that was one of them. But man, Derek just poured it on him. He's just difficult to hit. It was a good fight. I didn't get to watch all of it, but I saw a lot of the highlight because I was in the back healing up, ice packed up.
You know, the fight's over. Like you said, you already got a fight coming up in 6 weeks. So pretty much right now, you're just trying to heal up while still training?
Yeah, I can still do some cardio stuff, but as far as any physical contact, I'll probably, take a week off just to let my legs heal up because I've got to go put them through hell again in 6 weeks, so I need them to heal up at least first before I start training again. Just being smart, I could try to power through some shit and, just keep them hurt. But I kind of went into this fight with my right shin a little bruised up, but it always is because I'm constantly always training, always in camp. They made me get all these crazy medicals now, so I'm trying to fight as often as I can. I would fight 6 fights in 6 months if I could.
Right. Like medically, do you get evaluated after the fight? And they say, like, hey, you need to take this amount of time off?
Yeah, they'll give you an insurance form, and, they'll be like, hey, if this hurts, if that hurts, you got this many days to get there. Like, this promotion, they didn't cut any corners. The insurance was great. Everything was, all the amenities were met. It's nice hotel, put us in a very nice hotel. The venue was beautiful. The press conference, they didn't cut any corners. Husky Fat Promotions, and they're a charity organization where they donate a lot of money to charities. Every show, it's a different charity and stuff.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. You know what it was this show?
Man, I don't know off the top of my head. It might say on this, but benefiting the Come Up. Martial Arts for Youth.
Cool.
And yeah, they have different stuff that they do every single time, man. So super stellar card, bunch of great fights, bunch of high level guys from Oklahoma, and it was an awesome card, awesome experience, man. Husky Fat, it was an awesome organization to fight for, very professional.
Yeah, man, I seen a lot of scams out there too. When I was just going through and reading.
You can't post anything without these bots going there and trying to, because they got me one time, and luckily for me, I put my credit card in, not my bank card, because my credit card company will cover your money like that, and they'll go get whatever. But sometimes your bank card, they can get you, and you know what I'm saying. They'll keep, and they were like, oh yeah, you got this reoccurring charge. I had to wind up getting a whole new credit card number. Because I was just trying to watch a fight and I didn't know, and this is when that shit first started happening, and now there's so many. I just try to go in there and block them, and everyone's trying to report them, but they get people sometimes.
Them robots was tagging me, man. They was tagging me, and it was because in the podcast I was asking is there a way to watch this online? You told me about the app and stuff like that. Maybe they listen to the podcast, and I realized it was just a scam, so I just got out of it. Yeah, man, they're bad, too.
Yeah, you can't do anything. You can't even comment on anything, and then bang, bang, bang. They'll hit you like 2 or 3 times in a row.
Dude, I get
like Rage in the Cage friend request, Husky Fat Promotions friend request. I'm like, I'm already friends with 5 of them. Like, how many more? And then you have to go in and find the right one, delete the other ones. And
dude, I think I'm friends with a Rage in the Cage that requested.
Yeah,
they're probably stealing my ID right now.
Well, you never know, man. I hear people like all the time. They're like, I just lost my whole Facebook. I got hacked. I can't get in it. You lose all your pictures. You lose all that stuff. You know.
And that'd be crazy, dude. You ever thought about taking all your pictures off Facebook?
Yeah, I should probably. I think there's something you can do where you can save everything or something.
Dude, because my grandma, she was real big into like taking pictures, right? You know, I started thinking about like, you know, the pictures we take. I'm not a picture guy. I just don't get into it. My wife does, right? But a lot of our pictures are all digital though.
Yeah.
So if something goes down, you lose all that stuff.
Yeah, like when I was a kid, we had a picture box, and you know, like or a couple of them, or like albums plus a bunch of picture boxes, and you just go through all the pictures, old Polaroids and shit like that. But yeah, everything's digital now. Like,
but Facebook, what I was getting at though, Facebook, there's like a section where you can download everything off of it and transfer it to a CD.
Oh, okay.
Then you just take it to Walmart and just get them all printed off. I've been telling myself I'm going to do it for years now, but I never freaking do it.
Do it too. I think I did it one time.
You ever look at like your like past comments that come up on Facebook and it's the most dumbest shit?
Oh yeah, like the Facebook memories. I can go back and see how retarded I was about 14 years ago when I first started.
I get now where I just delete stuff. It's like, I can't believe this idiot posted that. It's me.
Yeah, well, I leave it just because it takes me back and I remember like what I was going through and like what was going on and like.
Man, I've had a few. Man,
I haven't deleted like none of me and Mike's girlfriend's pictures. I haven't deleted anything because I'm like, hey, it was my life and it's like it's cool to go back and revisit no matter if it was painful or if it was fun, you know. I'm like, oh shit, I remember this. It was like, it's mine anyway. It's in my head, so I don't care. I just like to have a reference back to everything, you know.
Yeah, man, I always thought that'd be weird though, because I know people that, you know, broke up, got a new girlfriend or whatever, a new husband, and the pictures are still there. I always wonder about that, but
I was like, it's my life. I want a record of it. You know, I shouldn't have to delete shit if because someone's like, hey, that's cool, not cool, don't have it on there. I'm like, hey, it's part of my life. It's burned in my memory anyway. So if I want to reference back to it and see it, it's mine.
Well, all in all, I guess you know what's going on for, you know, your next 2 fights and stuff like that. Anything differently you're going to do with this training, since it's more of it's 6 weeks, it's kind of short notice, right? I mean, right after a fight, anything you're going to do different?
No, I mean, I didn't do anything different for this fight. I still did MMA training all week long. I still coach MMA all week long. I'm already a good striker, so I wasn't really too focused on, you know, doing anything differently. I still need to be sharp on my MMA. That's my primary thing that I do. So it's just funner to me, like the grappling, mixing the striking with the takedowns, and that's just what I do. So I didn't really change anything up. I already think my striking's good where it's at. Tom's my coach. He wouldn't lie to me, you know. So I just basically did MMA training the whole way, and I'm only taking a week off to help heal. I'm still have my cardio up, and I'll just be back training hard for the next 5 weeks, getting ready for this next one. I mean, I fought 6 times last year. I've already fought twice this year. This will be my 3rd because I missed 1 fight already. It should be my 4th. But this is what I do, man. This is my life. I fight as often as I can. They're paying, I'm playing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, did you ever get them tickets sold?
No, I didn't, man. I had to turn them back in. I had 3 tables cancel on me like that week.
Damn.
But I've already sold, I think, 2 or 3 tables for this fight. I think I have 2 left. So
how much are the tables?
1,000.
Right.
And then I've got front row tickets. I think they're $50, and then I've got general admission tickets, $35. So
about 30 minutes into it, man. Got any shout outs on there?
Yeah, of course, always my sponsors. Purple Dragon, of course, 1914 West Gore, the Honey Hole, the Magic Spot, my sweet spot. Go check them out, man. Shout out to the crew, Miss Chrissy, Clay, Hennessy, Tyler, the whole crew there is super knowledgeable. Imprint Construction, George Rodriguez specializes in pools and spas, remodel, new construction. He's been a service contractor here for 10 years, so he'll be able to back up any guarantee that he gives because he's a local guy. So check out Imprint Construction, Unrivaled Barbell, Fouled Bore Precision, Longest Gun Range. He also owns Thug Life Outdoors, Justin Watts. They have got guided hunts and everything, predator hunts, ducks, deer, hogs, and he's also fighting on the Rage 100 card, his debut fight this weekend in Oklahoma City Farmers Market. So Clean Cuts Lawn Care. I actually do a lot of work for them, so you might have a swisher out there mowing your grass. 583-7447. Shout out Mr. Bean Podcast. Shout out my girl, my son, of course, my inspiration, and my team, Alpha MMA, my coaches, my brothers.
Amen.
Yeah.